very, very grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for showing us again another PTA meeting. We need to thank God because some of us are not here now. So we that are here now, we should thank God again and again. We also thank the parents for honoring our invitation. All of you have wanted to do all the other, but because of the importance of this meeting, we sacrifice yourself and other things and come to listen to us. So we are very grateful and we thank you very much. That is number one. Number two, we all know the importance of this gathering we are doing today as Parent Teachers Association. We are here to discuss a lot of issues concerning our children or our pupils and also teachers as well. Not only that, but also the school itself, the environment where our children are. So we should know that our children are very important to us. So that's why we have to see the feedback of our children. So I want all of you here, if he has anything to say, or he has anything to advise, either advice to the parents or to the school or to the teachers, should be very often and say what is in his mind or her mind for the school to move forward. That's why we're here today. If there's anything the school is not doing well, we should advise the management to do it well. If there are other things that other schools are doing that we are not doing, we should also advise the school to do it. And if there are other things we are doing, other schools are not doing, so we should encourage the school to do it more and more again. We cannot go and hold our arms and sleep as parents. These days or this time around, it's not like that. After teachers did their own in the school, we also did our own at home. So we have a symbiosis activities between the school and we parents and the teachers in ensuring that our children acquire a very good knowledge. So also on the part of the teachers are trying, but they should do more. They should put more effort to impart the knowledge to our children. And teaching is not a small task. It's a very difficult task. So teachers should add more to our children. You are doing well, but you do more again and again. We thank you very much, the teachers here at the school. So please and please, do more for our children. You should also be friendly with the children, because the time sometimes we spend here with our children, we don't spend it with them. So you also ask as parents, be friendly with our children, with your pupils. Know their problems. If you know their problem, whether at home, you can even help us. If you are very friendly with our children. Sometimes, if the children are very friendly with their teachers, if they have problem at home, they can even tell you. And you as a teacher, you don't call the attention of the parents. I tell you, whether on the part of the mothers are not doing well, they will tell you. Whether the part of the fathers are doing well, they will tell you. So you as a teacher, you now know what to do to advise the parent. So this is very important. But if a teacher is always fighting with students, abusing students, this and that, if we create fear in the mind of our children, even your subject you are teaching them, they will not even understand. But you are very present with them, so they will always like your subject, or they will always like to see your face in the class. So, in a nutshell, I thank you all, the parents here, and we need your support and advice. I cannot talk too much because the discussion we are going to hold among the parents is more than what I'm saying. But in a nutshell, we thank you very much for attending our meeting, our invitation, and we thank teachers also for doing their work. So thank you very much, and God bless you. I'm sorry, before you start, the vice chairperson TA is directly telling me that she is no more with us. So the seat is vacant now. So maybe later we can discuss on who is going to be our vice person. Maybe from our
guardians of our people. So yet another edition of our PTA where we discuss progress and others. I would like to welcome you all to this gathering. On the board here we have the current status, challenges, and future prospects of the school. The background, the current status, challenges, future prospects. As it has earlier been stated in the manual you are holding there, the school was established in 2019. The governing board council, the able chairman Dr. Mohamed Baabuni, vice chairman Dr. Nasir Garwa, the coordinator Dr. Rashidat Umar, they are our governing board council. Under the school management team, SNT, we have myself, and the school commenced operation on exactly the 23rd September 2019. 2019-2020 session. Current status. If you go by, you can see we have 7 NYSC home members at present serving here. We have 10, 15, we have admin staff 3, we have cleaners 4, we have security men from Civil Defense Corps 6, we have 3 drivers. Teaching staff by gender. We have 10 male staff. We have 12 male staff.
12 female.
12 male staff. Why? Because we have kids, more kids than grown-up ones. And you know, mothers are more caring.
You don't have to justify.
So, teachers by qualification. Teaching staff by qualification, we have 15 degree holders, We have 5 HND holders. We have 2 NCE holders. They are very good NCE holders. No, we appreciate their contribution. They are very good. So, student population. First time, 2019-2020, we started with 22 students. Second term of same session, academic session, 2019 to 2020, we reached 49 students. First time of the subsequent term, session, first time, 2020-2021, we raised to 118 students. Second term of same session, 2020-2021, we raised to 135 students. And the third term of same session, we have a third term, 2020-2021, 135. Then first time, currently, this very first time we are in now, we have risen to 198. So student population, that's the histogram. First time, 2019. Second time, 49. First time, because of the COVID-19, we couldn't complete that session. So you can see 118, second term 2020 135, third time 2020 135. Now currently we are raising. You can see how the sky is the limit.
It's the starting point.
The sky is the starting point. Prof. Student population by primary, student population by class. Nursery 1, 28, Nursery 2, 25, Primary 1, 29. So we expect from Primary 1 to Primary 6 to be 30 each. You can see the limited space we are having for those who
ana ba da abinci cikin kwanakin nan biyar. Kullum muna ba da abinci kala-kala. Muna ba da hada sufurti. Muna sa musu akwai ranar waina, akwai ranar snacks. To, ban sani ba, tun da ana ta kwamfani jabu saboda girki, to mu ba aiki muke zuwa ba, gida muke. Muna iya yi mu kawo, kuma muna bayarwa da sauki.
Plan at one
ko na ba mu da wurin da za mu ba ku kawo abinci.
Ba wuri ake bayarwa ba. Kamar misali a class yaro kaza ne ke so.
Ba a so a kawo na shugaban. Gaskiya. Ai classifying da shi. Ai wanga akwai dan suka so.
Ai makoma ba yake.
Ba ga ranka ne ba.
Shi abin da ke cewa ai classifying din shi ne shuga.
Me abba so a kawo.
Magana ke da ce mana. Ana cewa bobo da menene su ba a yi ba. Amma anything mai kaza ana yi.
Let's define.
To kaje abin da ke ne.
Ratio kamar
abin da muka kula.
Yes.
But it is up to
parents side. No, okay. So please let's have a solution to this problem.
So let's do it 2 or 3 times in a week.
That is your own advice.
Yes, because every mother gives her kids food to come to school with. Then the bobo and the biscuit is really short break. It's just to complement it.
Talk Mala. Good.
I want to look as a teacher. Issues. Most especially nursery 1, 2, primary 1 and 2. Those are where the main issues are. Then for the other classes, I don't think we don't have. If you have a child that is having stomach ache, you can see in all order from 3 to 6. It may be it is only having the stomach ache. but not for sugar. So those are the classes that we have. So I only suggest that for the parents that have children in those classes, like from nursery 1 to primary 2. I don't know, just like Adia has been suggesting. I don't know if your parents you reduced, and I only heard that you look for days. That is to my own suggestion, maybe like twice in a week. You give, and there are some of the parents that also come to school after giving children food. That the food might have like yam and some all other things that they will package. You will still find some parents that they still come with like all this sugar. They will still add snacks like donut that has sugar and all other things. So I want to employ that. Some of the teachers at times, like the nurses, I do see them. They only give that food to the parents, to the kids to eat, without excluding that of the other one that has more sugar. So on my own part, I will only advise maybe twice in a week. It will be better.
Thank you.
So, okay.
The issue is not all about the sugar. You see our kids, moment they saw this, they see this thing, these drinks, they don't eat. They won't like to eat, and sometimes they need these drinks to complement the food, especially when the food is good. Even me, I don't eat. I always take tea because I don't like tofu. But we should not make it as a duty for some of our parents. We are very lazy. I'm a woman. We don't like cooking. There's a day a parent give 1 liter of drinks for a kid in nursery 1 to do what? To do what? It's too much, and they will make sure they exhaust that thing. If not so, they will not listen.
Yes.
Even if you are giving them, don't make it to be that whether do or die. If they don't have, some of them, if they don't give them, they will not come. They will say they will. Some will put chocolates, donuts, samosa, cake. This is not food. Sometimes they will put. There's a day I pick a jam inside a bottle of a jam. Inside a jam, it's like a butter, all this thing. They spray it on bread. It's too much. And by the time they eat these things finish, they will start complaining about stomach ache. Even if you give them, let it be occasional. Sometimes just if you do well in the school, I will add this thing to it. If you don't do well, sometimes you don't even report them to the teacher. You just have your teacher say you did something bad, so I will not give you bobo. So that they will eat that food. And when we are cooking this indomie, not only drinks, indomie, spaghetti is a sugary food too. The way we prepare it, some children doesn't like it. If you see it as if even you are bad, we won't like it. Please, we should just garnish their food with vegetable and carrots.
So now,
a sa muna feeding din nan cikin payment din mu ba wani abu bane. Ina da diya wasu schools waɗannan da ka zo waɗanda aka feeding a schools din su sun yi waɗannan koma gida da karhin su. To da ka alisa ha mu da shi mu gano nawa ne yanzu inda hali ta mu calculation a sa mu da shi cikin school fees mu biya. Kowane yaro a bashi all tsakaninta da makaranta ce su ta yi su kai ƙarshe. Shi ke nan bayan yaro da zai kuma zuwa da kofi wuta ko ruwa ko ƙari iya kama miƙa yaro ya kuma wani.
Yarjejeniya da iyaye ga abin da ake iya biya sai a fara aiwatarwa ya Allah ya insha Allah wani
Thank you very much. Okay. Then I think the issue of ID card. I think all pupils have ID card. Not all, right? For pickup. So those that don't have, they should see director. So that director. Anybody that don't have that kind card, please kindly see director.
It's not meant for everybody.
It's not meant for everybody. No, what we mean to no. Yes. Who are not saying Hey.
Okay, I thought pick up.
Pick up the Mr. Kamezu.
We have 3 categories of students. One, there are students living around this area whose parents have signed an undertaking that once their kids step out of the school have no responsibility. So we always have that undertaking letter. For those who says they do not need school ID card because their parents, their houses are within this area. So we now compel the parent to sign an undertaking. I myself, as a parent, I have signed that undertaking. We also have second category of students who are on bus services. We have the list of students who are on bus services based on the routes. Then we provide daily lists of students who are on that particular bus. In the morning before they leave, we print those lists and we make sure that each driver tick those he has taken. Those he has not taken, they will now call the parent why his children was not taken. So we know that we are not taking this child. So in the evening also, when they are leaving after the school closure, we also provide another second list for them for drop off. So we must make sure that you drop them in an appointed area where they need to be dropped. Then we also have the bus services. Those who are bringing their kids by themselves. That's the third group. So we now compel the parents or their guardians, we take their pictures, we take the pictures of the children, and if you have multiple people who are coming to school to take the kids, we also snap each one. Because we give security instructions that anybody coming to pick those children, without those pickup cards, the children will not be released. And it cannot be used in place of anybody. You yourself, whose pictures appears on the pickup cards, must be the one also taking the children. So those on the buses, with or without the pickup cards, they can still go to the bus. But we still provide those pickup cards to them. They are still provided with the cards. So those who have no pickup cards, and they need the pickup card, they should come to the school. We take their pictures and who is taking their children. But those who are within the area, who have signed an undertaking that their kids are within the vicinity of the school and they can take care of their responsibility.
So I hope this is very clear.
Okay. 3 categories.
Yeah, very clear. So
okay, yes. On that one, I'll also speak on behalf of the school management. You can see that we have made it a policy that at the end of the year or beginning of each session, students must be given new uniforms. So at least
to curtail variation.
Exactly.
Because there's tendency of students also bullying against.
Be sure that what our children are coming to school, they should be very neat. Even cutting their nails, barbing their hairs, kitso da sauransu da Allah. Kaga yaro shi tashi da tsafta ya tafi kenan. In tashi kazami kuma ya tafi kenan. Akwai wani aboki na tun da muna fara kazami ne har yanzu wallahi kazami. Allah kuma sai very big man. Ina da kowa san shi amma ba zan faɗi. Ina mai ta sai da sa turare sai ce ka san ni kazami ne sai ka riga babba ya sa. Sai ya sa tun muna wallahi primary high secondary school aje mugashi high university aje mugashi amma wallahi yanzu kazami ne. So da Allah we should not do that please. Da Allah yara uwaye mata da Allah we should oh no in yara ke tsamma ke maki jin dadi ko mu mai dadi a sai fada kuma in riga ta kece da Allah dan gyara da Allah tunda yara ne suna mugun wasa so that at least our student of KALEM International should be different in terms of neatness from other schools. Even on the road, if you see a clean KALEM International student, very neat, it will also give other people that this school is very good. So we as parents, we should please at least move more effort and see that our children are very clean and tidy, very neat. That's why the school, I think, provide two sets of uniform.
Yes.
I think if you wash this one, tomorrow you can wear this one.
On Wednesday you put on sport wear. Then Thursday you put on Friday you put the other one.
I'm appealing to hijab. For female, because only one hijab. Give them one hijab.
Okay.
So they should add another hijab.
We can add at additional costs.
No wahala. The more you get, the more you spend. But one hijab is not. Sai kawo wani ya daidai. No. So we parents, we should please help the school authority to ensure that as early as possible we prepare our children and get them to the school.
Every day, Monday to Friday, once it is 8 o'clock, we lock the gate.
No, we agreed to close gate. But in case of the problem, there is a different issue. I'm actually clear on that.
Sir, just to control that, that's why we introduce locking the gate. Once it is 8 o'clock, we lock our gate.
If you want, you come back tomorrow.
Yes.
So what if the parent has problem? Maybe I pick my child in the school, my motor get flat tire. What if I don't have credit? What if I don't have credit? What if I don't have money? The only thing, it should not be the order of the day.
No. Sorry, Mr. Chairman. You know, schools are guided by rules and regulations.
Yes.
If assembly starts 7:45 every day, and we finish our assembly by 5 minutes after 8, then 10 minutes after 8, the classes commence. We made it as a policy of the school, 8 o'clock on the dot, whoever comes, we have already mandated and also given instructions to security personnel to lock the gate. Tomorrow you miss only that very day, and we are not going back for that. 8 o'clock on the dot, whoever is not in the school, don't even bring your child. Tomorrow you come back early.
Sure.
Some students, we are picking some students as early as 6:30 from their homes.
I know.
As early as 6:30, our bosses are picking some students. So for that reason, for that same reason, please endeavor to comply.
So parents, any other comment on that?
No, it's okay.
It's okay. How do you? So then the issue of homework for children only to be guided. Like me, when you give my child homework, I'll do it by myself and give it to copy.
It's wrong, sir. Very wrong.
No, he's saying the truth now.
Because I taught him one, he don't understand. Twice, 3 times, okay, let me do it. I'm doing honestly speaking. Sometimes I use my hand and write. If teachers maybe will see my handwriting. You know, there is a difference between a parent handwriting and the people's handwriting. So please, the Allah should stop that. Me, I promise from today, I will stop. So please, Allah, we should only guide them. We should only guide them, please. We should try and guide our children. They are our children. So please, even if you don't know how to do it, try and get somebody, your neighbor, who know how to do it, so that he will help your children. That's why we are neighbors. You cannot count 1, 2, 3 houses where there's no person, or a lady, or a guy. That's good. That's at least know 1 + 1. So you should send it to the house so that they can guide him, so that we help the school authority. But I'm going to mutum ya ce wani ya gwada ɗane karatu ba abu bane to Allah, amma a ce an ba yaro homework baba na je ya mai ba ai komi ba. So I think on that issue, please, we should try as much as possible to create time. I create time to check my people's book every day. I create that time every day. That's why sometimes I used to fight with teachers. Because every day I look at my children's exercise book. Even if they didn't bring book, like even yesterday, I asked my child, where is your exercise book? Where is your notebook? He said the school authority said we should put it inside their locker. So to show you that I'm following my children every day. That's the only way why you can check teachers' work. The last meeting we resolved on when we give children homework or assignment, the teacher should make corrections using red biro, so that for me to see that yes, the teacher has made corrections. Otherwise, I'll call the director. You know me, I'm not patient.
Sir, our assignments are online now. Parents should care to download my class app
Any assignment.
Any problem?
You can see. They are there. They can
No. See, that's what you say. What you do, sir? Do it in 2 ways. Give them and then download and then do it manual. So that enemies you can do it. You can go for enemies.
Okay.
Director, you understand what I mean?
I understand.
But make sure your teachers are making corrections using Red Bible.
Okay. Look at my last
I think you have covered people.
Even attendance is marked on online.
Yes.
No, continue with your.
So that is it, my fellow parents. So we ensure that we check our parents, our children, our pupils in the science book, and see whether the assignment given to them was marked by the teacher. If the teacher didn't mark the assignment, then that's how you can check your children's performance and the teachers also. Then the issue, last time the chairman talked about NAPPS Navy 1000 cash. I don't know how response was from us.
It was very good, more than 85% of paid.
So maybe you can still talk on this one because other people were not around that last time.
Yes, we have an association called National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools. We have each state is a national body. We do pay dues for the national body. We have 45,000 private schools nationwide. 45,000 private schools nationwide. And in ZAMFARA state, we are having 520, those that are on record, out of which 238 of the private schools have registered with the Ministry of Education, while the remainder have not yet registered. And a lot of activities are being carried out on national audience. And they were part of the body that meets with the Minister of Education to come up with a revised curriculum for all the schools, public and private schools. They have been meeting with the different stakeholders. They have met with the president, and they have brought some school management software program also to help all the private schools key into a particular program that is unified the whole nation. We have unified national examination by the private schools, in which what we are teaching here in KALEM is going to be the same curriculum being taught in any school, any state in Nigeria, irrespective of the variation in school fees. The exams were also key into the national unified examination with their body. So the continual assessment test KALEM is going to write is going to be the same continual assessment test by any school in Lagos or in Port Harcourt. So we have a unified examination body. So we were mandated, based on their own charter and act, to pay dues for both the state chapter and also the national body. And they used to carry out some capacity building program for all our teachers. So they are not charging any additional fee. They use the due we pay to the association to carry out such program. So that's why we compel parents to pay 1,000 naira as a due to both the national body and also the state chapter.
But
the state chapter is,
but did you pay that 1,000?
We did not. You didn't pay. I paid on behalf of the parents because the parents were not notified. They were notified very late.
So what I suggest now?
Our suggestion is from the beginning of each session is one-off. We are not paying every time 1,000 naira cash to the director, which will put then later will not transmit the same amount to both the state chapter and also the national body. Why we have not compelled parents to pay, because we did not notify them. Not all the parents are in the know that these are a new development, and that's why we took the pen to pay on behalf of all the parents.
So what do you think we start paying?
From the beginning of this, immediately after this meeting, now you are in the know. We expect you, before you leave here, you go and pay your 1,000 naira.
Instead of paying 2,000 for every time, maybe we use one of the, I don't know how we can substitute, how we can manipulate and pay that 1,000.
So you should add it.
No.
Instead of paying 2,000, we should pay 3,000 naira. The 1,000 naira was.
But that the fee schedule has already been printed, so we cannot.
Okay. Why don't we put it in the second term?
We can put it in the second term, yes.
Yes. So I think we can put it in.
What do you mean the second term? It's going to be the same.
No, what I mean, add that only that 1,000.
The school schedules is not changing. We're not changing it. Because we've already printed all the forms. Okay. So we'll be distributing any parent who comes. So unless people are going to add it by pen, which I think is not going to be professional, but it's good we let you know that maybe either first or second term, if you have the means, you can come forward and pay your list.
Okay.
Then we'll take records of that.
Okay. So any other thing on that? You all understand about what the chairman is saying? Okay. Then the issue of paying the school fees, as you say, deadline will be discussed. So we should tell the parent that those 5% that say they didn't pay, they came here. So we should give them time to pay the. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, what of sending the school to when your child is sick and you still ask him to come to school? I think that has been stopped. If your child is sick, just leave him at home. Don't bring him to school.
But some parents are in the habit of just bringing sick kids.
So please, we should stop that.
And you call them, they will off their phone.
Yes. So please, the Allah, we should stop. Then, so people are saying time.
Yes.
So which area do you think we can go past so that we can close?
No, now we need observations, suggestions, anything that the parents feel or they think needs to be adopted in the school. So that where we can tell them the reasons why we can do what we cannot be able to do.
So please, because of doctor,
observations.
Please, because of time factor. So we should go as the chairman is suggesting. If you have any other thing to say or add or remove, please.
Question and raise.
Yes.
Okay. Your name?
My name is Mustafa Muhammad Abdullahi. I'm a parent or father to Fatima Mustafa, Abdullahi Mustafa, Ibrahim Mustafa, and Ismail Mustafa. I want to make an observation, and this goes to, I think.
But we have to remind ourselves that there are some limitations to how far we can go at a particular time. The director has given you some insight on when we started the school. We are barely 2 years old. We only completed one successful session. So we have a lot to do, and I believe you are a witness to that. We're doing our best to see how far we can go. And from the PTA forum, I have received so many texts and also WhatsApp from the WhatsApp group about the establishment of an Islamia or inclusion of an Islamia schools within the context of which we do operate. And for those who have sent those suggestions, if you could recall, I have not commented. I decided not to comment, waiting for an avenue like this, so that we can address the issue once and for all. We are running Islamia and the Western education concurrently. It's really tedious, and we're trying to see how we can perfect the existing program. And since from inception, there was no single time without issues and problems which we are unable to address. So we are in the learning process, and during the course of this period, we'll try to see how we can improve. I'm not against Islamia. All of us, most of us have gone to school. If you can recall in your secondary school, last 2 periods are always periods that students are either asleep or sometimes they run away. Why? There's a capacity, there's a capacity to which your brain can absorb in a day. There's a capacity above which you cannot be able to comprehend. The essence of teaching and the learning process is for somebody, the information you are giving is for the person receiving to comprehend and understand. That's why worldwide, wherever you go, even at university levels, in every 1 hour, you have minimum of 10 minutes break for you to rest, for the brain to rest, recuperate, so that next time you can understand very well. And nursery school students, after 11:30, nothing goes into their head. Ms. Ojo, after 11:30, once they have eaten at that 10:30 to 11:30, if you observed, they all go to sleep. So the only way we can keep them afloat is to play some educative video games for them, so that we can keep them still attracted to the teaching program. Those in primary 5, mainly after 12:30, you see them exhausted. We observe them being exhausted. So if I am to build an Islamic school or to incorporate Islamic school in this school, I have to make a provision for a siesta. I have to make a provision for a place where they can go and rest immediately after the school, at least for 1.5 hours, after which they will pray. Then by 4 to 6 o'clock, then Islamia will commence. For now, I do not have such provision, because I know parents look at their convenience. That's just the reason. Nobody can come from 6 o'clock to 6 and you expect him to comprehend all what you are teaching him. The parents are looking in a way, in which they can exonerate themselves from that responsibility. That's why because you are working class, you close by 5:30, so it will be good for you at the time when you are closing, your child will also be brought home. But the children are undergoing unnecessary stress. So for me, it is good we maintain this level so that at the end of the classroom, they go back home. When we close by 1:30, they go back home, they rest, they play. 3:30, they go to Islamia. 4 o'clock, they start their Islamia. 4 to 6, I believe it is going to be the best option. By keeping them here, you are torturing them. By keeping your kids from 6 o'clock, when you wake them up, for them to meet up 6:45 bus, then from that time till another 6 o'clock, it's really unbecoming. And that's my reason why I decided not to incorporate Islamia in the first instance. But if I want to do it, then I have to make a provision for it. For now, I have no such provision. I want you to bear with me, to bear with the school management on this stance. We are aware of your concern, and your concerns are also genuine, but our own position is also not to be taken for anything. Then for prayer is good. We have 3 classes of students. The first set of students lives here by 12 o'clock. Their parents start doing the nursery class, nursery 1 and nursery 2, closes exactly 12 o'clock. While the primary, we close primary by 1:25, so that by 1:30 all of them must have gone to others. Let them go home and pray. I didn't make provision. We are now expanding. In the era of expansion, we want to create a prayer ground. Not just prayer ground, where they can also make ablutions. For now, we have 8 toilets, 4 for staff, and 4 for students. Those toilets will not be enough for them to make ablutions. So please bear with us. In the near future, we have the plan. For now, due to some constraints, we might not be able to compel all the students to pray before they leave. Excursions, I have already given you the reason why, because of the security challenges. If you can recall in your form, in the admission form, that's a place where I ask for your permission as a parent to allow us the benefit of taking your kids in and within GUSAU metropolis, not outside. In your form, you can recall the last page, page 7. And some of you have signed, some of you have not signed. And whenever we are going to undertake the discussions, we will also consent you and let you know, okay, on this day, we intend to go to road safety, or go to fire service, or go to hospital, or go to the parliament. But for now, until the security situations improve, I do not intend to take the responsibility of taking the student out of these premises until when it is closing time. Then the issue of the extra lessons. I think what I told Hajia was that we have one of our class teachers here who stays behind, some parents. To be precise, myself, I have a daughter, I also have a sister, and they are all in primary 6 now, and I found out that because of the previous schools they left, they are not good. So I now decided to take them. She's charging me 5,000 naira per child, and that's also one of our neighbor here who was in the 6th. I'm also paying for his daughter, Zainab Kabir. So 3 of them I've been paying to make her stay on Thursdays when there was no Islamia, and on Friday. Then also Monday, Thursday, Friday. I think 3 times a week. So 3:30 to 5:30. She used to give them additional lessons, but that's not a school policy. It's my own. I have given her that, and I'm also paying her. If you want to key in to that program, you may be able to key off. But for the purpose of clarity, it's just my own take. It's not a school policy. We don't have any extra lesson given to anybody. Then the dressing code, we have an instruction, or an instruction that is given to us by the Ministry of Education. There was a letter transmitted to the school that parents and the students must be allowed to dress based on their belief. There was an instruction to all schools, private and public, with regard to the dress codes. Director, you have it? You have the letter. It's even pasted in each of the class that the parents, the teachers, and the students should be allowed to dress based on their belief. But we encourage all our teachers to dress very well, because certificate is not only awarded based on academic excellence, but also based on character and behavior. So for that reason, we have compelled all our staff to dress in a manner that is exemplary to everybody, including the students. That's what I can say. And we are going a long way. We're introducing a lot of management structure that would be a world standard. And wherever you find yourself as a parent, we introduce the My Class Campus application for you to be able to see the progress of your kids wherever you are, at the fingertip of your phones, Android phones. You can check when you pay your money, your school fees, you can access it. You can access the results. If a homework is given to your kids, you can see. If the homework is marked, you can be able to see. If a classwork is given, if the student who comes here in the morning, we mark attendance twice in a day. If the student is marked in attendance or absent, you can also see from your phone. And for all his examination, for the first CA, second CA, and the final examination, you can access it through your phone. And if there's any announcements made from the school with regards to your kids, you can also lodge a complaint through the same application. If you have any complaint, you can lodge, we can see, and we can address it immediately. So there's an application which we are asking parents to download, My Class Campus application. Once you lodge, if you have 10 kids, all the 10 kids will appear. It's only your children's you can be able to see. You cannot see anybody's children. You can only access their data. You will see their class teacher, you can see the subjects being offered. You can see their timetable, everything you can be able to see from the applications. Both the mother and the father can download. We have a template for them, for parent 1 and parent 2. So in case you don't have much time, I believe all of you maybe take advantage of the advantages of this technology on your phone, so you can see everything. But only in regards to your kids. Nobody has access. And also the class teachers too. The class teachers only have access to the classes, to the class teacher, to the children. He is the class teacher. So he cannot have access to anything, and he cannot make any addition, he cannot also make any, they cannot edit. It's only the school management have the powers, because we have a user restrictions. So we restrict what they can do. And if any teacher marks attendance, we can see. If he has not marked attendance, we can also see. We can also compare him. If he has given assignment, we can see. Previously, what we are doing is we have an assignment book. Presently, we have an assignment book. We'll make sure that each teacher give an assignment, and he must write the assignment, the topic of the assignment. Then we'll now check randomly to see if assignments were also marked or not marked. But now, with this program, which we have already trained the teachers on how to use the application, I think it will make the management follow-up more convenient, and also the parent also can have access to this application. With this, because of the time constraints, if you have any other questions, you can ask, so that before we close. Any question? Each parent can download. If you have an Android phone, you go to Play Store. From the Play Store, you download an application. We'll send a login details to you, with which later you can change. And you can change the password. And if you are using Apple, you can go to the, what's it called, Apple Store. App Store. From there, you download it, and you get all the information. Only your kids, not any other kids. Any more concern? Have I addressed the issues? Yes. Thank you very much. We appreciate
issue.
This is the system. You have, during your birthday, once it is your child's birthday, you can see a pop-up, a notification from it. And if you have any homework, which after you download, you will see the homework. So from the homework, if you get a homework, you can check whether your child has done his homework or not. You can also see the lesson planning. You can see the timetable of each of your kids. Which subject is taking, the dates and everything is downloaded in applications. You can see the school fees. Once you pay, the receipt we are now generating to give you, you also have it in your phone, which you can print. You don't need to come and take a fiscal receipt. So a lot of things you can be done with this one. And this thing is coming at a cost to the school, and we are not charging you. It costs you 2 million naira per annum to use the application. For the department, I think. For the primary? Yes. So from here, in primary department, we have primary 1 to 6. So I can check which teacher teaches what. Maybe go to Vivian. I can be able to get what she's teaching. Previous. Not the get the data. You see, this is the timetable for this teacher. On Tuesday, on Monday I think it's free. On Tuesday, this is what she has. On Wednesday, this is her classes. You can see. So the teachers can have access to their timetable. Likewise, the student too. For each of the particular student, you can know what type of discipline you can be able to access those ones. That's a nursery. Nursery 1. This is the timetable for nursery 1. On Monday, this is what they are going to have. English is being taken by Hadiza Gure. because she's the class teacher. For nursery 1, nursery 2, primary 1 up to 3, we are having a fixed class teacher. Primary 4, 5, 6, and JSS we have teachers rotation. But for the sake of adaptation, children need to adapt to a particular teacher at their level. So we're giving them a class teacher. So from there you can see which teacher is teaching what. Who is the class teacher for each subject? You can be able to, and if you have an inquiry, you can also make an inquiry online. And we'll see it. If you have a complaint, if your child is sick, he cannot be able to come to school, there's a place for leave. Under the leave, just write to us. We will be able to see, so we will not mark him absent. The class teacher will not mark him absent because it will appear that he's on leave. On leave, it means he's sick. So we have present, absent, and leave. Leave because there has some distance, so we can comment from there if he's sick. So at the end of the session, or at the end of the term, we will know the number of days the student attend classes, the number of days he's absent, and it's part of the requirement we know. So it's going to be automatically to appear in their podcast. I think the use of application is going to be very helpful to almost each and every one of you.
Thank you very much.
So the only addition I'll add, maybe if some of the parents are not able to do the online thing, maybe they have their son and daughters, so they can engage them. You can even learn from your child.
They are first learners.
Yes.
Because they are teaching them on this board, they are used to the system.
So, so if you cannot do it, you can get somebody to do it for you. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Bumi. So, in the absence of anything, I think in the absence of anything, we can have a closing prayer and then thank Almighty Allah. No, Mr. Ojo do last time. Any other lady again? No. Any other Ojo?
Let's change it.
Ojo, you did it last year.
Yes,
Let somebody do it this year now. So, any other?
No, he's absent.
Okay,
She's absent.
Please give up.
اللهم ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين واجعلنا للمتقين اماما. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم امنا في اوطاننا واجعل بلدنا هذا امنا مطمئنا سائر بلاد المسلمين. سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Please, we are moving for the adjournment of the meeting.
Yes.
At the top. Who is going to do it? Ojo? Okay, no, you scolded now. Let somebody do it.
Let someone.
Alaji? Talk. Name.
Seconded by Umar Farooq.
Umar Farooq. Then
Honorable Commissioner.
Seconded by
Commissioner.
Okay, Umar.
Umar.
Okay, Chela. So I think thank you very much. May Allah help us. So, assalamu alaikum.